Joey, we spoke to you on this program as you tried to bring Trevor home. You know, in hindsight, we know that you had to keep a lot of things secret, but this feels like the opposite situation. You know, every development has kind of been made public. How active is this situation because you've been in it, behind the scenes? These diplomatic channels, are there daily developments that just have to be kept hush-hush?
I'm not sure of how often they communicate, but there is an open channel for this. They've always said that, even back during the Soviet days, even during the Cuban Missile Crisis, there was always an open channel. And so we believe they're talking. And I'd like to make a comment about them going public with the offer. That was done for several reasons, and I believe it was smart. They've tried to squelch a lot of criticism from backers of the administration. And they've also, at the same time, played the Russians' political game. They played their own game. And they've gone public with their offers and put it in their court. And then one other thing I should comment on is there was going to be no deal until after Brittney was sentenced and convicted. That's their policy. It has been forever. And so it makes sense that now that she's convicted, they will start to negotiate in earnest.
I'm glad you said that, Mr. Reed, because they wanted the conviction on the record. They wanted her to admit that she had done something wrong and then convict her in court so that there was never any shadow of a doubt that they were making a deal with the United States, not doing them a service. Hal, it sounds like we've got you back. Apologize for the technical difficulties. The pandemic has forced us all to deal with Zoom a lot more than we would like to. Let me pose the first question I posed off the top of this segment. What do you think it's going to take to bring Brittney Griner home?
Well, Paul, what they got is exactly what it's talked about. They have to get the conviction. They want to make it look like a trade for a convicted criminal for a convicted criminal. A false equivocation to say that, you know, Brittney Griner's case is anything close to Victor Bout's situation is ridiculous. But it is what it is. And they want to make it look like there is a trade. What's going to take now is just a lot of back channel negotiation. There is a channel that Lavrov indicated between the presidents. They're going to work this out. The Russians would prefer a 2 for 2. Obviously, you know, 2 Americans for 2 Russians. The other Russian they mentioned is not somebody that Germany wants to give up. But we'll see. I think it's going to move fairly fast, though. I think they've gotten what they need. They got the conviction. They went through the whole show thing. And I think a lot of it was strategic communications before. We were trying to make sure that Putin couldn't walk away from saying there was no deal. So they went public and said there was a deal. It's a little risky, and certainly you can take criticism for it, but you can't turn around and say there is no deal. And of course, the Russians are the kings of disinformation. So I think it'll move fairly fast. At least I hope it does.
All right, we've only got about 90 seconds left in this segment. I'd like to pose one more question to both of you. Hal, do you think the U.S. ruined its leverage here? The president was talking about this situation today. Listen with me to what he said about it.
Can you give us a comment on Brittney Griner, sir?
I'm hopeful. We're working hard.
That doesn't sound particularly confident. Do the Russians hold all the cards here, Hal?
They kind of do in a lot of ways, but it depends how bad the Russians want Victor Bout back. Thing is, he was tied to the GRU, Russian military intelligence, and they have a policy. They like to get their spies or those associated with their spies back. And they want everybody who's been captured around the world who did work with them to say, we will try and get you home. So there is a strategic reason why they want Victor Bout back.
Mr. Reed, real quick before we go, is there any piece of advice or wisdom as a man who's been there that you would like to pass along to Brittney Griner's friends and family tonight about that process and how to get through it?
Yeah, just keep up the media pressure. Our government, regardless of administration, acts based on votes and the pressure from the media. So hang in there. And I'd like to say thank you to the president for bringing our son home. And once you bring Brittney and Paul home, we have probably hundreds, if not 1,000 Americans that are imprisoned wrongfully around the world that are not recognized by the government. And we need to start bringing them home immediately.
Looking forward to welcoming each and every one of them back on our soil. Joey Reed, father of Trevor Reed, who is now thankfully back in the United States, and retired Marine intelligence officer Hal Kempfer. Thank you for joining us tonight, gentlemen.